Fallout Boy, my songs know what you did in the dark, aka light 'em up. Go ahead and light up that subscription button, be greatly appreciated. Got a lot of videos coming out and you don't want to miss them. So let's get into some extra details with this song here. Okay, so for starters, we're going to be in a drop D tuning. So we just got D-A-D, G-B-E. Right, and the initial kind of vocal riff that's happening there, you can kind of play it just on the D string if you just want like a more subtle version of it. But I think it sounds cool if you put the full like power chords into it. And we're just starting off with the open D power chord. Opens on the D-A-D, coming up to the 7, and then we hold that a moment, slide 5s to 3. Alright, and then we start the next measure, come back to 5s to 7s, slide the 5s to 3s, essentially repeat that last measure again. We go 5s to 7s, slide 3s to 2s now, and then just finish on a big open power chord. And as the intro is concluding, we get a guitar that just kind of comes in and slides up to some D notes basically here and just strums them out, gives them a little vibrato. It's at the 7 on the G. Just kind of picking them, getting ready to build up into the verse. With the verse, we're just kind of going between two chords. It's a clean, kind of subtle in the background. And it's just going to be this mid-voice D at the 5 on the A, 7 on the middle D there. And we're just, you can palm mute it a little bit or just, keep it real quiet in the background, nice and clean. And just strumming it out, eighth notes for a couple measures. Okay, down strumming there. So a couple measures of that, and then we just slide it down to this B flat at the 1A, 3 on the D. And same deal there, just strum that out 2 measures. And go between those 2 chords just like that for the verse up until the pre-chorus section here. So a cool building pre-chorus here, and it's just kind of based around a D chord here, and it'll start with like this D minor shape basically where 5 on the A, 3 on the middle D there, and we're just strumming that out 8th notes for a measure. Alright, move it up to essentially like a D suspended 4 just by hitting 5s on the A and the D. Same strum style and timing. And then we just resolve to this D power chord that we were at earlier, the 5A, 7 on the middle D. And that just carries out for the last couple measures, and it just builds into the chorus. Chorus comes along, and you can make the chords as big as you want with this. Basically, it just starts off with a D minor chord, and I like to do it here and include like the open low D with it just to make it real big. Okay, so we just got the 5A, 7 on the D and G, 6 on the B. And you can keep hammering away on it, up to you. From there, we just drop down to that B flat power chord, and you can even make it a full B by B flat with adding that 3 on the B string there. Up to you. So measure there, and then come up to this F power chord just at 3s on the D-A-D. And then drop down for a C chord here, the 3A, 5 on the D-G-B. And just carries out those 4 chords like that throughout the bulk of the chorus. Once we get into the second half of the chorus, we get a cool little, guitar lead thing that happens. And it's just sliding up to a couple of notes here. On the B string here, we slide up to 15, and then we hit 13 on the E. And then we just go back between those a couple more times. Alright, and then we hit that 15 again, slide it out, and we just crank that first measure out 3 times. And then we finish it with the last measure. We switch to this, where we're going up to 13 on the B and hitting 12 on the E. And we just pick that just like we did the other, just in that spot. Alright, just 1 measure of that, and you're all set. Thanks for checking out the video, everybody. Like it, share it, leave a comment. It's always good to hear from you. Do me a favor and hit the subscription button I put out a video pretty frequent, so you don't want to miss out on that. Check out the links in the description box below. I have really cool links for tablature books, all the gear I use, t-shirts, fun stuff like that. So thank you very much, and we'll see you next time.